Rome is not the place with the most sophisticated cuisine in Italy, but it is where the simplest dishes become perfect in an almost inexplicable way. Just a few ingredients, a few basic techniques, yet the flavors are nearly impossible to replicate. In this video, I'll take you through 12 dishes you must try when visiting Rome, the way Romans actually eat them every day. In Rome, food is not meant to impress. It is a habit, a tradition, something that has existed for generations. You'll find small places, old wooden tables, menus that haven't changed for decades. And it's in places like these that Roman cuisine lives most true to its nature. Simple, bold, and very real. Cacio e Pepe, a plate of pasta with a creamy white color, evenly sprinkled with black pepper, appearing almost absolutely minimal. But when you eat it, the sauce clings tightly to each strand of pasta, creating a rich, salty, and slightly spicy sensation that spreads evenly across the palate. This dish is made from Pecorino Romano, a sheep's milk cheese with a distinctly salty flavor, combined with toasted black pepper. The core lies in the emulsification technique. Starchy pasta water is mixed with cheese at the right temperature to create a smooth sauce. If too hot, it separates. If too cool, it clumps. The origin of Cacio e Pepe is tied to shepherds in the Lazio region during ancient Roman times, when they needed ingredients that were easy to preserve and high in energy for long journeys. Today, this dish still retains its original structure and has become a technical benchmark in Roman cuisine. Carbonara, a plate of pasta with a pale yellow color, a smooth sauce coating the noodles, interspersed with crispy pieces of guanciale. When eaten, the egg-based sauce feels rich but not heavy, combined with the saltiness and slight crispness of the meat. Carbonara is made from egg yolks, pecorino romano, guanciale, and black pepper, with absolutely no cream. Guanciale is pork jowl cured with salt and pepper and air-dried for weeks, creating a deep and distinct flavor compared to bacon. The most important technique is temperature control. The eggs must be cooked indirectly by the heat of the pasta to create a creamy texture without scrambling. This dish appeared relatively late, around the mid-20th century, with many theories about its origin. From coal workers, carbonari, to the influence of American soldiers bringing eggs and cured meat after World War II. Despite the debated origins, carbonara in Rome has become an almost unchanging formula. Amatriciana, a plate of pasta with a deep red color, tomato sauce coating the noodles, accented with guanciale and grated cheese. When eaten, the slight acidity of the tomato balances with the richness of pork fat and the saltiness of pecorino, creating a clear harmony. This dish is made by rendering fat from guanciale, then adding tomatoes to form a sauce, and finally mixing with pasta, usually bucatini or rigatoni. Originally, the precursor dish called gricia did not include tomatoes, as they were not yet common in Italy. After tomatoes were introduced from the Americas in the 16th century, the recipe evolved into Amatriciana. The dish originates from the town of Amatrice, but has been embraced by Rome and become a key part of its classical pasta tradition. Supplì, a fried rice ball with a deep golden crust, evenly crispy on the outside, and when broken open, reveals a mozzarella center that stretches into long strands. When eaten, the crunchy exterior contrasts with the soft rice inside, which is mixed with a rich tomato sauce. Supplì is made from risotto cooked with ragu, then cooled, shaped around a cheese core, coated in egg and breadcrumbs, and deep fried. The dish appeared in Rome in the 19th century, influenced by French croquette techniques, but adapted to local ingredients. The name Supplì al telefono came later, inspired by the visual of the cheese stretch resembling a telephone wire. It is a popular street food, often sold in pizza shops and eaten as a quick appetizer. Pizza al taglio. Large trays of pizza with a golden brown surface, cut into square or rectangular pieces using scissors. When eaten, the crust is lightly crispy outside but airy and moist inside, preventing it from drying out even when exposed to air. The dough is made from flour, water, yeast, and olive oil, then fermented for a long time to develop gluten structure and flavor. Unlike Neapolitan pizza, pizza al taglio is baked in metal trays, allowing for its characteristic thickness and texture. This style emerged in Rome after World War II, when the demand for quick food increased in urban environments. It is sold by weight, allowing customers to choose multiple toppings in one purchase. This is one of the pizza forms most closely tied to everyday Roman life. Trapizzino, a triangular pocket of pizza dough, with a lightly crispy exterior but still soft inside, filled with traditional stewed dishes. When eaten, the bread absorbs some of the sauce from the filling, connecting the outer crust with the meat or vegetable interior. The dough is made similarly to traditional pizza, but shaped and baked to create a hollow pocket. Fillings often include classic Roman recipes like chicken and tomato sauce, braised beef, or slow-cooked eggplant. Trapizzino was created in 2008 in Rome, combining modern street food with traditional cooking. It reflects a newer trend in the city's cuisine, preserving old flavors while adapting the format to a faster lifestyle. Saltimbocca, a thin slice of veal topped with prosciutto and sage, finished with a glossy surface from butter and white wine. When eaten, the meat is tender and moist, combined with the saltiness of prosciutto and the aroma of herbs. The dish is prepared by quickly pan-searing in butter, then adding white wine to create a light sauce. Cooking time is kept short to prevent the meat from drying out. Saltimbocca appeared in Rome in the 19th century and quickly became part of traditional cuisine. The name means jump into the mouth, reflecting how easily and immediately enjoyable the dish is. It is commonly served in both family meals and traditional restaurants. Carciofi alla Romana. Artichokes are cleaned, slightly opened, and stuffed with garlic, mint, and parsley. When cooked, they turn a deep green, soft in texture while maintaining their original shape. The dish is prepared by slow braising in olive oil with a small amount of water, allowing the artichokes to cook gradually and absorb flavors. Artichokes are a common ingredient in Lazio, especially in spring when they are at their best. This is a seasonal dish tied closely to local agriculture and often appears in family meals. It reflects Roman cooking, few ingredients, but focused on preserving the essence of the food. Carciofi alla Giudia, an artichoke fully opened and fried until it resembles a blooming flower. The outer layer becomes golden and crispy, while the inside remains tender and moist. It is prepared by frying twice in hot oil to achieve deep crispiness without burning the interior. This dish originates from the Jewish community in Rome, particularly in the ghetto since the 16th century. It is a representative of Jewish Roman cuisine, combining frying techniques with local ingredients. It is not just food, but also a historical trace of a long-standing community in the city. Gelato. A serving of gelato with a smooth surface, minimal air, and natural, muted colors. When eaten, the texture is dense and soft, allowing flavors to spread more evenly compared to regular ice cream. Gelato is made from milk, sugar, and natural ingredients like nuts or fruits, then churned slowly to reduce air content. It is served at a slightly higher temperature, giving it a softer texture. The technique dates back to the Renaissance, when Italians developed cooling methods using ice and salt. In Rome, gelato is not a special dessert, but part of daily life, enjoyed at any time of day. Tiramisu, layers of coffee-soaked ladyfingers combined with mascarpone and topped with cocoa. When eaten, the texture is soft and moist, but still maintains distinct layers. It is made by dipping the biscuits in coffee, then layering them with a mixture of mascarpone, eggs, and sugar. No baking is required. It is chilled to set. This dish appeared around the 1960s in northern Italy, relatively recent compared to many traditional recipes. The name tiramisu means pick-me-up, referring to the effect of coffee. In Rome, it has become a familiar dessert with many variations but a consistent structure. Espresso. a small cup of coffee with a deep brown color and a thin golden crema on top. When drunk, it is intense and concentrated, usually consumed quickly in a few sips. Espresso is made by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee under high pressure in a short time, around 25 to 30 seconds. This method was developed in Italy in the early 20th century alongside espresso machines. In Rome, espresso is not just a drink, but part of social habit, consumed quickly at the bar, not taken away, not prolonged. It is how Romans maintain a fast pace while still preserving small daily rituals. Roman cuisine doesn't try to impress. It's not complex, not elaborate. But that simplicity, when done right, creates flavors that are almost impossible to forget. And perhaps, Rome is not just a place you go to eat, but a place where you learn to experience food in a slower way. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to follow me. Where would you like the next video to be about? Join me on this journey of exploring world cuisine.